Wakhungu are my names. I am a Ugandan by nationality, aged 45 years, and live in a place that is called Mount Elgon. This is my landscape. It's a place I call home and a place I work in. I would love to bring to the forefront a landscape issue in my community. There is rampant deforestation, encroachment on the national forest reserves and wetlands, causing massive landslides that have resulted into massive loss of lives and property for decades. I am inspired by the government through its agencies, the National Forestry Authority, the National Environmental Management Authority, and the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness, that have embarked on plans to relocate people from disaster-prone areas and build them houses away from their ancestral areas. However, indigenous communities dislike the initiative, saying it is taking them away from their ancestral land where they have lived for generations, and that the government has the plans to take away their land. Besides that, new relocation areas are dry, infertile, and inhabitable. Relocations are still happening, but many people have returned to their ancestral land, vowing to die there despite the government threats to arrest them. I personally have relatives and friends in these particular areas affected by the mudslides, and quite a number of them have died, and some of them have lost their properties. So I feel deeply concerned about the safety of the people and their property. I work in this region and have experienced the cool weather, the fertility of the soils that favor the growth of all types of crops, and heavily biased with the government plans to relocate people from their ancestral land to unfamiliar places. Resettling people temporarily close to their land as they find lasting solutions is an ideal idea. In this conflict, it is key to bring in all stakeholders in order to attain a holistic and integrated solution to their problem. Key stakeholders I will consider to bring in the 2 days workshop are indigenous people from areas affected by the landslides, representatives from the government ministries, and the business community. Cultural institution, which is the Bugishu Bamasaba Cultural Institution, is key in all spheres of life and will also be considered for this, but in this particular stakeholder meeting. Not forgetting the faith-based organizations that play also a key role in the lives of people who are living in this particular region. I believe bringing people together on the discussion table will help diffuse the tension, provide an opportunity for dialogue, and above all, enable people to participate in finding non-risky sustainable solutions. I will utilize the quarterly partnership workshops that we hold as an organization with our partners to be able to bring this case to them. In the process of facilitating the change, I foresee some challenges that might come my way. Number one, the government agencies may say, taking them back when they have actually made decisions already of relocating people from these areas. With this challenge, I will be able to visit different agencies that we are working with and that are directly involved in this issue to try to understand what is it that has actually been done, and if there are plans or opportunities to meet the local people and other stakeholders to be able to review their plans and figure out a way forward. I know some of these particular leaders, and we've worked with them already in different forums, and I'm very sure they will give me the audience. Another a fear or challenge that might come are indigenous groups have fragmented and have non-structured leadership. With this issue, we have the Bugishu Cultural Institution that is very vocal and very vibrant in engagement with the people. And then I will actually use their structure and their systems to be able to identify the key, leaders from these communities that are that would really constitute to the stakeholder group that will be considered for this particular meeting that I am considering. On the issue of innovation, I believe there is already existing passion for people to work and develop their own ancestral land. A number of programs exist in the area, are innovative in nature, that can support the aspirations of the local people in ways that enhance their livelihood and protect the environment. In this stakeholder meeting, I'll bring different agencies dealing in these innovative approaches to make presentations to the people so that they can make choices depending on what they see working for them. For example, Mount Elgon Self-Help Community Program, the organization I work for, builds biogas digesters that use animal dung to cook and light, manufactures solar panels that provide energy for households, and builds cooking stoves that use volcanic rocks, briquettes, and solar to cook, all seeking to reduce dependence on the existing trees for fuels. National Forestry Authority and Bugishu Cooperative Union, gives seedlings to various species for reforestation, and bamboo seedlings to plant on river banks. I will also explore possibilities of teaching people about integrated landscape management, for example, adding apiary in their forests and tapping into carbon credit markets. My personal vision for this region in 10 years is a restored forest cover with integrated landscape management practices, enabling people to use limited space sustainably in ways that benefit them and protect the environment. My local people will agree with me because everyone is yearning for a better living, since there is a little knowledge about existing innovations. They resort to destroying the landscape for their survival, not putting in consideration their children in the future. I am sure that by bringing together all stakeholders in this landscape issue, better plans will be designed, tasks will be distributed, and innovations will be adapted, and ultimately conflict will be diffused. There will be a holistic and integrated solutions to this conflict that has dragged for a long time. I beg to submit. Thank you so much.